going to start trying to do these in videos to save myself a little bit of time, and also they are proven to work just a little bit better than what it is when it's the text. A couple things we're going to look at this next class, something we look at every single class, but to give you a little clue on kind of how things go, we'll look over this simple sample of a loss settlement agreement in a pretty standard policy today. The key that we're looking at here is when insurance companies introduce new clauses to policy, new endorsements, new exclusions, we have to look at what those exclusions are talking about, and then once we do, we can normally ascertain that they are there to change coverage that already existed. For instance, we're looking at A1 replacement cost loss settlement similar construction, which is the A1 endorsement for coverage A dwelling. Now, if we look at that, what that is saying to us is that they're going to replace what was there with something that is exactly like what was there. And for instance, and the best example that I can use is the 2x4. 30-40 years ago, a 2x4 was actually 2 inches by 4 inches. What we see today is nominally 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. It's not actually a 2x4. What happens is, say that you had we'll use a 2x6 because it's a more common fascia. If you had a 2x6 up there when the building was built, when the dwelling was built originally, that 2x6 is actually 2 inches by 6 inches. So if you were replacing 1/2 of it and leaving 1/2 of it, you would absolutely see that the new 2x6 was not actually a 2x6 and not even really anywhere close. So that means that the insured, when they had one type of fascia before, that if you use what you could find in the boneyard today, it would be what was there existing and what was there new. Notice we're not saying matching. Matching is a denial word. That's a word that the insurance carriers have introduced into legislation, or more aptly, litigation, where they got precedent saying we don't know to match. Nobody asked you to match. The policy said you'd put me back where you were before the loss happened. This specific section that we're looking at right now, A1, is the way that it has always been. We owe to put you back where you were. No better, but no worse. People say, well, how can you do that when you get full payment? You don't get full payment. All policies are sold on actual cash value basis. They are not sold on RCV, which is real cash value. The ACV will always be paid on a claim. The insured will never be able to recover RCV unless two things happen. Number one, they bought the endorsement because it is an additional thing not added with the policy on its own. Number two, performed the repairs and actually spent that money. Okay, so those things have to happen. Now, when you introduce A2 as a replacement cost loss settlement, A2 is we will pay the cost to repair or replace with common construction and for the same use on the premises shown in the declarations. That is, let's look at number one. We will pay only for repairs or replacement of the damaged part of the property with common construction techniques and materials commonly used by the building trades in standard new construction. Quite simply and literally, that means that the 2x6 that you have there will remain, and the nominal 1 3/4 by 3 3/4 board that they put up there is going to be what is, I messed that up. The nominal 1 3/4 by 5 3/4, because we're talking about a 2x6. That would be what you would see on the right side. So picture a gable in your mind, and picture on the left side of the gable you see the 2x6, and on the right side of the gable you see what is commonly bought in a store today. So with the introduction of this, what we must look at is, why did you introduce this? And the fact that you introduced it let us know for certain and without fail that A1 has always been what the policy originally owed for. The introduction of A2 leaves no other avenue. Next class will be January 17th to the 21st. Check out the review tab. Talk to anybody that you know that's been to the class. What we get often is the reviews are so good that people have to actually reach out and talk to the poster to make sure that it is actually true. Not only do I encourage you to do that, I implore you to do that. Those graduates will talk your ear off, and they will tell you exactly what it is that they learned and exactly how that we teach that. Any questions, you can reach out to me personally, Cal Spoon, or you can reach out to Sean Hodge, Melanie Spoon, all three of us. It takes all three of us to make this thing happen. Y'all have a great day.